Hello Pisces, I am Ulrich, I am a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the classic Lenormand card readings. We will have no preset goals, we don't focus on a certain topic, we just follow the cards, but mostly soon when we follow the cards, there's a specific topic that comes out, and so we elaborate about that topic. So Pisces, we just go along with it, we just start with the reading for May 2022. So here I go, Pisces, for your Lenormand card reading for May 2022. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your Lenormand card readings for the month of May. As your first card here on your person, you see I draw the man, but since this is a general reading, I take out the person card. So you need to interpret this in a broad way, but I will make differentiations as we go along. So this represents you as a person if you're a man or a woman. As the central card here, we see the ring. The ring is the card about relationships. So it means in the time to come, in the months to come, it will be important for you. Relationships will be very important to you. If you're not in a relationship, it's possible that the relationship is about to come. It's also possible that business-like you will be undertaking some trips because we have the ship here regarding business. Maybe you're making plans about that. Maybe these plans have been delayed a little bit. And now you want to execute these business plans because the ring is a plan. It might be something that you already have for a long time in your head because the ring is something that returns. So maybe we already built something up, maybe in our head, maybe in our mind, maybe something concrete is already started. And it's like here, it's restarting because the ring is round. It's a bridge that we already built, and it could restart here, but it could apply on relationship and on contracts, on agreements. This is what we are seeing here. There could be a deep desire for love or relationship or business. This is what we are seeing here. Or it's possible that you desire to do business with your partner, or a certain partnership will include business. This is what we are seeing here. Also, this points to that there is a certain honor, balance, respect in this relationship needed. And probably this is what you're looking for in this relationship. Anyway, if we have certain contracts, if we are engaged in certain contracts, in certain relationship, in certain agreements, also we will respect those agreements. This is what we are seeing here. And also, if we respect certain contracts, it will bring us in an easy position because the key is yes. So it means if you honor, respect your contracts, more doors will go open, business-like and partnership-like. If you don't have a relationship, it's possible that one of both of you is connected somehow to abroad or business abroad, because we have the ship here, and the ship is like a return to business in abroad, a partner abroad, money in abroad, business in abroad. Something is returning here out of the past. This is what we are seeing here. Here we need to, it's literally, we also, if we don't have a commit and we feel good about this relationship, also it means it's time to connect. We cannot back out, because this could be a good opportunity here, because the cards are very favorable here for you. We need to see that we build the bridge to a partner, to business, to a relationship. It's very important to do so here as a person. As I said here, the ring returns. Then we're gonna mirror the cards. We're gonna mirror the man and the lily here, or the woman and the lily. Here we see that this person that we are getting involved with, getting in, maybe engaged with, or this partner that we are having here. If you have a relationship, it's points mostly that our partner or we ourselves are quite wise. There could be an age difference in the relationship. One of the partners could be younger or less mature or less experienced. It's one of the both. If this is a business relationship, there not need to be necessarily an age difference, but there could be a difference in a different in experience. So you could be the same age, but since mostly this card points to an age difference. This is what we are seeing here, and the stork mostly represents something younger is there, something new is there. So it could be that there is an age difference in the relationship, as I just mentioned. Also, this could point that there is a professional bond with a certain person. If you don't have a relationship, out of your work, a relationship could grow. Maybe you didn't look for it, maybe it was not your intention, but the stork is a migrating bird. So it means that this whole transformation is a process that is not going so fast. These are slow cards. The stork, mostly it takes a few months, and the lily is an older card. They don't want to be rushed. So this could all build up, and maybe you didn't expect that, but there was some longing from both for entering in this relationship. And it means anyway that there are big changes about to come, maybe changes you did not expect, but you will go along with it because you feel good in this relationship. But mostly it points also to professional relationship. This is like a mentor here that you're encountering on your job. This person really could help you on track for making big improvements in your life, for maybe if you're looking for contracts, a job, an increase. It's possible here that this is all coming to you here. This is what we are seeing here. On the sexual front here, the lily is also a card that is related to sexuality. So also it's possible here that you slowly grow into sexuality. Maybe before you didn't have a relationship for a long time, because the lily sometimes also it's a card that can where sexuality can be absent for a very long time. Maybe you chose for this. There's a kind of celibacy also in this card. And if you are not in a sexual relationship before, this is slowly begun. Maybe before a sexual relationship was not possible, but you had a relationship, or there was something missing in the relationship. But here we see that the interaction with the relationship start. Also, it's possible in your marriage there was a reason for this interruption, and it was not possible to have an interaction sexually with a long person. Maybe this person was in abroad, maybe there were other reasons, but here we see there is a restart, because the stork is a migrating bird. He migrates and he comes back, but I will explain later on here when we come into the cards itself. Anyway, we see also this mentor, and you yourself, he sees your abilities. He has the abilities, or you have the abilities, and you interact with each other. There's a kind of passion here also in the job, also in the personal front here that we are seeing here. You will see, even though this relationship starts, immediately when you go into that, there will be a kind of comfort. There will be a kind of comfort, and you feel immediately familiar in this relationship. There is a kind of peace, maybe this peace you didn't have before with other partners, but here it's like we find rest in this relationship here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that this is quite creative, that you are in a creative profession, or there's somehow creativity necessary in the job here. It's also possible if that the partner, also the person that you are intertwined, also a long time he had no interactions with another partner, sexual interactions. This is what we are seeing here. You could both be a little bit prudent, careful with each other here. You want to see that you are doing the right thing this time. This is what we are seeing here. There's also honesty immediately in the relationship, and as I said, there could be some absent here with this combination. It's like you want to do the good thing here with this relationship. It's possible that both of you act a little bit like a monk before, because the relationships before were not fruitful. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Then we have the birds and the key here. The birds and the key here, here it means that we are thinking about certain ideas. We are brainstorming, we are thinking about certain things. We need to find certain solutions, especially related to our creativity, because the moon is creativity, invitations. So maybe we want to get invited, maybe we are invited somewhere, and here we are urged to be more creative. It's very important to do so, especially with the key here. It will go very easy if you are in the field that you want to be. The key literally opens doors, and you actually have the pass here for entering your own creativity. But there will be a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking about it. This is what we are seeing here. Also speaking, communicating about your creativity here. The moon is literally our mind. And here we see but we will go later into that, that our mind is literally here with this card, literally in this relationship. We feel like-minded with this person. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. Anyway, coming back here to the two corner cards here, it's important here that we express our intelligence. If we didn't do that before, it's possible that on the intelligence level, there are some changes. It's like we are evolving and we will be more sharper than before, or it's expected from us that we are in a sharp way expressing our creativity. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's very important here with this combination that we express ourselves. We are urged here by the cards, and you will find that way of expressing in your mind. This is what we are seeing here. We need to put this combination to good use. We cannot stay as we are. We need to implement these changes. Anyway, there will be important meetings here, conversations, possibly also some communication on the internet. Maybe there is communication on the internet with abroad. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There could be a lot of chatter, a lot of communication going on here with this combination. Sometimes also we could be confronted with certain rumors, and if there are rumors, if there is backtalk here, you need to go into that and you need to balance this out. It's not here, this is not an aggressive card. We cannot do this in an aggressive way. We need to do this in a mature way, and we need to find the balance. If some certain people are talking behind our back, or there is something going on, we need to find diplomacy, balance here. It's very important to do so here with this combination. Balance is very important, especially if we have the ring in the middle. We need to be just and not only thinking about ourselves, because the ring, it points to a relationship. Also in contracts, we need to find the balance. Very important here if we have the ring in the middle. This is not pressing. We need to find the balance. We cannot force here. We need to find both parties need to be satisfied and need to be in balance with each other here with this combination. If we have certain inabilities and it's difficult for us to go in one way, we need to practice this. We need to learn about it. It's very important to do so here with this combination. Sometimes this combination also, it points that we have been in a very stressful relationship before, or in a stressful situation, and there is a kind of relief here coming to us here. It's like we are relieved from something. Maybe something before was stressing, and here it's like we are able to relieve our mind. This is what we are seeing here. And it could be that things are going faster if you make the right balance. If you are both very well outbalanced, things are developing faster as than you anticipating. But it will be important, as I said, to keep the balance here. The moon also, emotionally, you will need to keep the balance up. It will be very important also to do so. We cannot be selfish with these cards. This is what we are seeing here. Also, with the key here, it is like that we get access to inspiration, especially with the moon here. Also, it's possible, as I mentioned earlier, that we get access to sexuality. This is also here in the same line that we are seeing here. Maybe something before was not possible, but now we get access, or we are allowed access, because the key, it opens door. But it could be self-chosen, or now you have access. It's a little bit of both here that we are seeing here. Then we have, we're gonna do the lines. We have the person card here and the stork, and here it means that you and this partner, you're going through some changes. If you have a partner, it's possible that your partner is undergoing changes, and you yourself also might be influenced by these changes. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that the influence comes through career. This is what we are seeing here. So if we focus on that, we see here that there are big changes coming on the career front. For instance, if you are in a certain job, it's possible that you go out of this job for reasons, maybe personal reasons, or your partner, he changes jobs in a slow way. He's making a plan, he or she is making a plan, or you yourself are making a plan for going out of your current job. Here with the stork, there are opportunities for these changes. These changes could be related to abroad, and you could get, if you do so, if you are courageous for undertaking these steps, you could get a lot of respect, a lot of honors. People could say, oh, this is a big step for you. We are surprised you take this step. And there could be a kind of respect you're receiving here. Or it could be your partner here, that we are seeing here. And you will need to find for yourself also the balance in there. Maybe also you are involved in the whole process. If this involves this, if this would involve a migration, so then could it mean that both partners are preparing here for a process in abroad, for a job in abroad, for contracts in abroad? This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If I see this in an extended way, later on, there could even come a marriage out of this, since the ring is from old time sake, always related to marriages or contracts. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you will be going, both of you, to big changes here. It's possible that one of you both has been a long time underway. It's here, sometimes this is a combination of a nomadic combination. It doesn't mean you didn't have a job, but you could be drifting around a little bit. This is what we are seeing here. And because you meet this partner or this part of your partner, maybe it was not clear to you and your partner is changing and you didn't saw this part of him, of her, and you change also. And you both change here in the relationship, but there will be big changes here that are coming to. It's like we're going to a nomadic change, and maybe we're thinking about migrating, but since it's the stork there that we are having, the stork is a migrating bird, so it's not unnecessary, it's not impossible that you have been to this place before. For some people, it might be they return to their origins and they want to start a business there. They're literally thinking about migrating with this partner, or they will meet this partner due to this migrating process. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But there is here the idea of relocating or going back is very strong here in these cards. It's like it's very strong pointed out here. It's like we start to follow our instincts here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it points, if our relationship was a little bit difficult before with a partner, we reconnect somehow. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the stork and the lily here. Again, here we see deep transformations on the professional level. This is what we are seeing here. If we have been in certain restrictions before, we are liberated. There's a liberation here. Maybe we had a routinious job for a long time and we step out of that. Professionally, there could be big changes, as I mentioned earlier. There could be professions that are related to the stork. Sometimes also, for giving an example here, the stork is from old time saying related to birth. Like for instance, you have a degree in midwifery and you did another job and you go back into that. This is what we are seeing here, or birth or creation, something new here, big changes as coming. Or you had a career before in a totally different field and you go back to that. So it could be that this something is going on for a very long time. Your job has been stable for a very long time and you return to your origin with your original profession or something that has been interested you for a long time for doing again. This is what we are seeing here. Again, here we see the sexual transformations. Since we feel more fruitful, more creativity, we are more creative here. We see also more sexuality coming here. As I said here, the person could be more mature, a little bit older. There could be a very strong sexual attraction here towards each other here. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we're slowly growing up. We are actually becoming mature. We're stepping out of where we have been before. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that you have been strict for yourself before and your morals are changing. Maybe you have been very close, very strict in certain relationship. You didn't want certain things in relationship or in profession, and you didn't want to take certain steps. And now you become more liberated. You take steps and you evolve. You go out of your secure patterns and you choose a different road, a different path, career like. So both are intertwined. Changes in job and also on the sexual front. You will also see that you become more creative. This is what we are seeing here because you implement these changes. So one thing will lead to another. This is what we are seeing here. We will have a very strong focus here on that. Anyway, if you are a very stable type of person, here you should think wisely for not accepting certain changes. Maybe it's the time that you step out of certain situation here with this combination of cards. Then we go in the second line. We have the mice and the ring here. It's possible that in the relationship that you were before, there were some delays. We saw this earlier here, and this come back here. The relationship that you maybe wanted is been delayed, and maybe it brought you exactly to where you need to be now. Maybe you need to undergo these changes, these possibilities, these difficulties, these changes, and now we are moving, we are proceeding. It's very important here with the mice that we pay attention to details. Maybe before in the relationship we didn't pay attention to details, but here the mice tell us to pay very much attention to details in the relationship, especially if you engage professionally or business-like or relationship-like. It's very important with the mice that we pay attention. So if you didn't pay attention to details before, here we are urged to do so. It will be an important means of connection with the contract or with the partner. So details will be very important, so you need to pay attention. But since we have the mice there, it could all be a little bit delayed. Maybe you are careful, maybe there were losses before in the relationship here. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Anyway, maybe in previous relationship, certain agreements, or your point of view is that certain agreements in previous relationship were not honored, and you are careful and you're paying attention to that. This is possible also. So this is the other side. So everything has two sides. So it's possible that you now pay extra attention because before you did not. This is what we are seeing here. The cards always have two sides. So one of both will apply here on you. If this relationship was not comfortable and you're still in there, it means for you, you will move on. You will let this relationship go. This is a little bit a slow combination that we are having. So this could be in the months to come that this relationship, you let it go. The mice slowly let go. And here we see that we probably let it go. We will move on here. We are ready to move on. We are ready to take the ship here for going abroad. Or we are literally, if we move on, the business will come in. This is what we are seeing here. But we need to take certain steps here. There could be some difficulties, but eventually we will move on, because here this card is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is a very expansive card. It brings also a certain wisdom. Normally we have learned a lot of this relationship. It's almost impossible if you have this combination that you didn't learn anything about the previous relationship. So you will have learned. Will have wised up, because this is a wise card and this is a Jupiter card also, and it will bring you closer to certain solutions. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this can also point that it's time for you. You could divorce here out of the previous relationship, and it doesn't necessarily mean there are difficulties. There is a balance here, an agreement. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. It doesn't mean what I said earlier, it's not applying, but it's possible that something still need to be ended, but it's possible that the other things are coming. This is what we are seeing here. So one relationship would end, or it will slowly go away, and you move on more faster than expected in the next relationship. Maybe you didn't look for it, but it could be coming there here. This is what we are seeing here. But you will probably be very careful for stepping into it here. One is dissolved and one is coming here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There could be also, if we were in a previous relationship, some people could gossip about us, and we need to attend also if there is gossip. If we know or we have the feeling that people gossip, we need to attend this. So it means that maybe you need to speak to these people if you know they gossip, and you will need to do this. You cannot force this. This is the card of balance. So if there are some difficulties about that and people gossip, you will need to do this in a balanced way. You cannot force this. The ring is about balance, about justice, about equality. So you need to talk to these people in a smart, how to say this, in a wise way. There's wisdom needed here. And if you if you take this on in a wise way, the problems will disappear because you have but you need to attend it. If you don't attend the problems, they cannot disappear. If you will overgo it or ignore, you cannot solve the problem. So if there were problems, you need to solve them in a wise way. This is not the card of forcing. This is the card of harmony, balance, diplomacy. So this is the way here, the best way to solve it. You will need to keep the bridges open for a while till it's the right time. This is not an aggressive or an assertive card. This is a card of balance. This is a bridge. Even, for instance, if you part from a partner and you make a common decision, it's possible that the bridge somehow still stays open. This is a wise thing to do here with this card. Anyway, this relationship here, the one that I talked earlier about, it's possible that this relationship has become undesirable here for both parties. This is what we are seeing here, and the connection will be broken, but it doesn't mean that the bridges are blown up. So it's different here. This is the diplomatic approach. Then we have the ship. The ring and the ship here. This is then for the future, because this is the past, this is the now, and this is the future. And here we see here with the ring and the ship here, there are a lot of business connections with somebody abroad. It's possible that you have somebody abroad who will manage your business. This is what we are seeing here. But there are strong connections here. These are all connections in abroad, wise connections abroad. Sometimes also it's possible that even your father figure or a father figure is somehow connected in your business, or he is intertwined with it. This is possible also. It all depends if your parents are still alive or not, or what is your age, but it's possible that you involve somehow a parental figure in the business. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you are living in one country and the parents live in another country, and we intertwine the family in the business. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here we see it's very important, again, that we collaborate. We cannot do this on our own. We need to learn to collaborate. We need to find the balance. We cannot be dominant. We need to intertwine people in our life. If we were very dominant before, we cannot do this. We need to here find the balance, and it will be very prosperous here if we build harmonious things in our life. It will be very prosperous because this is a very good line here that we are having for contracts here. This points also, if you were not able to travel, you are able to travel. Somehow you are able to travel, because here we see a travel contract, a ticket. This is what we are seeing here. The doors in abroad here, the key goes open for going in abroad, for doing business abroad. This is what we are seeing here. There's a kind of exploration that we are seeing here. There's an international agreement that we are seeing here with people in abroad. This is what we are seeing here. But there could be somehow, maybe out of the previous relationship, it could be that we carrying a certain grief. This is what we are seeing here. It's like there is grief and excitement at the same time. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, if we are about to go in a new contract or a new relationship, we will honor what we promise. This is what we are seeing here. And here, this means also, then going back to the previous, we commit to move on. There's like a commitment here that it's time. There's a promise here to say farewell. This is what we are seeing here. But it could be that this situation is going on for a long time, as the ring returns and the stork returns also, and the moon returns also. These are all returning cards. So it means here, we see here that, that the departure of one of both partners is predictable. It's like there will be no surprises. It comes in a smooth way. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that the partner that we had before, for some reason, he or she was unable to commit, or they didn't want to commit. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But here we see a lot of opportunities coming now with this combination. And it's possible this new partner that we are engaged in, he or she will share a kind of wanderlust. There's an attraction there to abroad. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, also, we could have, even though this partner was maybe not closely connected here, it means also, and this probably is where the grief is coming from, somebody we relied on has left. This is what we are seeing here also with these cards. Then we go in the third horizontal line. We have the birds, the moon, and the key here. Here we see that probably we have learned things out of this previous relationship, and our communication, the way we communicate, is different. We communicate in a more soft way. This is what we are seeing here. It's like there's emotions involved in our communication, because the moon has a way for softening up our communication. This is what we are seeing here. And if you change the way you communicate, you will see the doors will go open. But here it's expected from us that we communicate what is in our mind in a balanced way. It's very important here that we are seeing here. What we are seeing here is that also we could have very good dreams, meaning if we could have dreams related to our creativity that lead to business. It's possible that you are in a dream, and in your dream you see, oh, this is the way, and you were looking for the solution or for the bridge here to build, and in your dream it's exposed to you, and you could here move on here with this. This is mostly, this is a very good omens are coming to you here. This is what we are seeing here. And if we take certain steps, we will also be very popular. We suddenly become popular because we changed the way that we are communicating with people. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If we didn't sing for a long time, this is also a very good combination here. We sing also with this combination. As we know, singing it makes certain vibrations here, and it could bring you in a different vibe. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also on the media, on communication front in the media, that you post certain things, that you express your emotions here. This is what we are seeing here. As I said, be careful what you post on the internet. I mentioned this very time, because certain things you cannot get off of certain sites anymore. So be careful what you post, especially if you're emotional here, because you could be very emotional all over the place here. This is what we are seeing here, especially with the moon. Sometimes we are over emotional. But on the front of communication, you will be very intuitive. It's like when you communicate with a person, you already know what he's gonna say. This is what we are seeing here. That's the positive side of it. This is what we are seeing, but we could be very emotional. So everything has two sides, as I mentioned earlier. Then we have the moon and the key here. The moon and the key here, it points, as I said earlier, this is a smart combination. This points to emotional intelligence. So it means that we are growing up. We feel the conversation. This is what we are seeing here. And we are ready to unlock our creativity. If we were not creative before, again, here we see that we are, for some reason, we suddenly are creative. We choose to be creative. And the ideas come again here out of dreams, out of our subconscious. It's like we exactly know what we need to do here for the business. And there will be an understanding with your higher self and as a person, and it will benefit you. And you're very aware what you are doing here. If you are waiting on certain offers for cooperating with people, this means that these offers will be coming to you. This is what we are seeing here. And it will be very positive for you if you need to cooperate with certain people in your life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This is a very good combination here for opening doors, for emotions, for communicating, but we will need to communicate in a balanced, emotional way. Aggressivity is not here on the order. We need to balance it, everything out here. If we cannot, we need to learn to communicate this way. This is very important here. Anyway, this points also that the project that we are about to enter in abroad, or with business, or with money, or on our job, it's a very important step here. But it also points that success is almost guaranteed, and you will trust a gut feeling. You will have a gut feeling, like it's like how I need to say that. It's like, you know, this is for you the right path to go. This is what we are seeing here, and you will feel it physically and intuitively. It's like your body and your mind is speaking to you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And probably you were not aware of this before, but it becomes conscious. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. But as I said, we need to find the balance here. Then we go in the vertical lines. We see the person card, the mice, and the birds here. Here we see that this is then going back, because now we go in the timeline. So this is the past, this is the now, and this is the future. Here, this person that was before in our life, there could be some doubt about this person. Maybe there was something that wasn't, that our interpretation of this relationship was that we could not trust this person. But this could be our point of view. It's not necessarily so, but it could be that this, but anyway, it points to expression. And it points in this relationship that we didn't pay attention to communicative, because this is the card of communication. We didn't pay attention to communicative details. Maybe our communication was too direct, maybe it was wrong. And here we see that this could have been a part of the problem. But maybe you experienced this in a way that this partner was not good for you. Maybe you were not good for each other in the past. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You could experience this, you yourself, your point of view could be that this relationship was corrupted. This is possible. Anyway, it points that the communication here that we have was very stressful. It's possible in the past here, this is the past, that you were very both stressed in this relationship. It did not work out. There was something wrong here. This is what we were not good for each other. This is what we are seeing here. There is a wrongness here in the relationship. Some people just don't match, and this is what we are seeing here with this combination. This relationship was not good with us. Also with this combination of cards. Then we have the mice and the birds. It's possible in the past also, again here, this relationship that we had, because I need to go back now. Here we see that it's possible that we ourselves, we perceive this relationship all as very argumentative, but mostly things come from two ways. There are always two bells in the relationship as ringing. So we perceive this here as a lot of lies coming to us. Also, there's some pettiness here. Small arguments may have lead to big problems. This is what we are seeing. And there were a lot of challenges in this relationship here. And we could have experienced this as something unclean. This is what we are seeing here. There was a lot of stress here in the past. Here it would probably have nagged on us. Maybe at a certain point it made us paranoia. We did certain actions also ourselves, or our partner did, that actually were not, maybe not we should not have done, or the partner should not have done this. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Also, especially with have the ring here, if we let this relationship go, it's also best not to back talk about this. It's not wise here. This combination tells us to keep gossiping. We need to be wise and we need to move on from it. It's no use if this relationship is over. It's best to be wise. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But what this also will be mean is that we will be, if we go in the next relationship, we will be very alert, because we have learned from our mistakes, the mistakes that have been brought to us, or the mistakes that we have made, or the mistakes that both partners have made. This is what we are seeing here, because it takes two to tango. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there could be an unresting situation, mostly stressful, but here we see that that it's time for you to move on here with this combination. It will be slowly going away. Then we come in the second vertical line. We have the stork and the ring. This means a change of relationship in the future that is coming here. There will be an involvement, a connection with somebody, as I said, and there will be an emotional involvement here. Mostly this points also that you have the same ideas about creativity and about work. So there will be here a like-mindedness, and this will be very different in a relationship than what you experienced before. It's possible in a way that this relationship, it makes you feel like a relationship Maybe you had a bad relationship in your life, maybe you had a good relationship in your life, and it's possible that this relationship that is new in your life, it makes you think about a relationship you had before with somebody. And I mean this in a positive way. So there might be familiarities, things that you say, but this is like before. This is like before, it's coming back, because these are all returning cards. The stork is returning, he's migrating, he's coming back. The ring builds a bridge, it's coming back, and the moon has a cycle. So here you see, emotions are coming back from before. For some people, it might mean that a long time ago relationship is coming back into their life. But for some, it will be a totally new relationship. There's really a love match here that we are seeing here with this, but there will be big changes, and you will need to adjust to these changes. We cannot stay as we are, because these are all cycling cards. If we are stoic, we are unwilling to move, it will not happen. So we will need to be flexible. And if we are flexible, a lot of changes are about to come. And there is really a love match here that we are seeing here with this combination. This points also, this combination, that you will, if you choose for this relationship, that you will choose, because the ring is just balanced, you will choose to go with each other through thick and thin. This is what we are seeing here. But it's almost an inevitable connection that we are having here. It's like, it's meant to be, it's predictable, and the relationship will be predictable for yourself. It's like, you know what will happen, and maybe both of you know. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it will mean a total redefining of the relationship. This is what we are seeing here. And the creativity will be very important. Honoring, respecting each other here will be very important here. It's like here, you will be looking out for respect, for honors. Both parties need to respect, need to honor in each other. Maybe we didn't respect our partner before. Maybe he or she didn't respect us before, and this will be very important. But I think here, the most difficult thing here was the communication here in the previous relationship, and maybe problems grown out of that. The communication or the level was not the same, the mind level, the thinking way was not the same. This is what we are seeing. There is an unbalance here in the past. Anyway, this leads to very positive relationship, and as I mentioned earlier, a marriage could grow out of that. This is what we are seeing here, or a contractual relationship. So if you are unable for some reason not to marry, it's possible here that still contracts are made. You make a contract with each other. If it's not possible in writing, you will make a contract in the mind, and you will keep to it, you will stick to it. This is what we, because the ring sticks, it's Venus, Venus sticks to it. This is what we are seeing here. If you have certain contracts before, arrangements, things that you promised, you will slowly, in a diplomatic way, change these contracts. You are able here to adjust these contracts. So if you have made a promise, this is not a brutal way of saying goodbye. This is a diplomatic way. If you move on, you will honor these contracts, and it's time to move on. This is what we are seeing here, but it will be a very creative agreement, arrangements that you are making here. There's a strong attraction here. Also, there is a reliability here. The ring is something that he likes to rely on it. He likes to rely on things, and the moon also, there's a business connection, but also an emotional connection. This is what we are seeing here. If one of the partners is sad, the other one will be sad also. There's like a common connection here intuitively that we are knowing here. Maybe it's also, we know all as people that we also have a darker side, a subconscious side that we have, and that we recognize the subconscious, the darker side of each other, and we learn about that. Maybe in previous relationship this was not possible, but now it's like we are accepting the darker side of ourselves. This is what we are seeing here. And this relationship, this darker side is cleared up in a harmonious way. We accept this. This is what we are seeing. Maybe before we were unable to accept this. Then we come in the third vertical line. Then we have the lily, the ship, and the key. Here we see there are, this is the card also of touching. So if before the relationship that we have, that you had was not physical, this points to a very strong physical relationship. There's experimenting here. We experiment on the business front, on the sexual front. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And here again, we see the age difference in the relationship. Your card partner could be younger, but there still will be experimenting here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you or the partner, no matter the age or the experience, there's a flexibility here in that area. This is what we are seeing here. And one of both could be quite experienced in the field of business, in the fields of contract. This is what we are seeing here, or in the field of sexual relationship. One of both here is more experienced than the other here. And also we want to discover, but because the ship, it wants to discover, it wants to see what is there. It's curious here for finding, for discovery. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But it doesn't mean because there's an age difference or there's a maturity difference or there's an inexperience in the relationship. So if one of both partners is not so experienced in the field, it doesn't mean that the relationship will not work. But it's possible, as I mentioned earlier, that one of both is more experienced. We are exploring here in business, on the sexual front. We travel also together with our partner. It's possible that we found somebody that actually is willing to travel for us. You have both like-minded ideas about traveling, about business, about emotions. This is what we are seeing here. Since we have the lily there, it's possible that you undertake a trip more to colder areas. This is what we are seeing here because the lily is older and it's associated more with cold. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, but not necessarily, but it's possible here. Maybe if you live in abroad, you live in a warmer area, you choose to go in a colder area, or vice versa. This is what we are seeing here. But one of both partners could be close to retirement or retirement. This is like a fatherly figure or a motherly figure here that we connect to here. It's possible also that the area where we are living or we choose to live in the future will be close to water. This could be a lake, this could be a sea area here where we are living here with this combination of cards here. We could be living close to the water or close to a beach. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that one of both partners has sufficient funds. Sometimes this combination, it will not apply on anybody, but this points to jet set communities or people who have more than enough money, more than enough funds. There is more than necessary here. This is what we are seeing here. Jet set, it literally means a lot, enough, more than enough, too much. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And the money brings in satisfaction, but also the relationship in itself, it brings satisfaction here with this combination. Anyway, we will enjoy this relationship on the physical front and on the mental front, on the travel front. This also is the key. It means if we were unable to travel for certain reasons, as we know now, there were a lot of problems in the past. And here we see that we get access to abroad. The key is access, and this is traveling. So we get access here to abroad. The ship is returning to the harbor where you have been before. This is literally what we are seeing here. This is also visas that are approved here. There's a balance, there's an agreement. You are allowed to travel. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you implemented certain things and you're allowed to travel. Anyway, this points also that we start a business, and it could be that our business is close to the water. This means a business close to the water, or the business is somehow intertwined with water or close to the business. Sometimes also this is about import export. This is what we are seeing here. This is also possible for some of you. It could mean that it's related to travel. This is what we are seeing here. Import export, travel. This is what we are seeing here. Money business, sometimes also importing, exporting money, transferring money. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe this person has been in a business similar, or one of both have been in a business like that, or you're longing for a business like that. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it means that we move on from the previous relationship. Also, we will gain a lot of new experience through this partnership. A lot of experience will come to us here with this combination. We will do our very best here. Also, this is also what we are seeing here. For some reason, you will try to be to a better person. This is what we are seeing here, but that is probably your interpretation. For some reason, you will try and become a better person here with this combination of part here. You will make peace with a certain part of yourself that you were unable to make peace before. Maybe you are willing to accept certain parts of our life that you were unwilling to accept, and you are now ready to move on and accept these darker sides of yourself, and you are ready here to make peace with yourself. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will be very honest towards yourself. Maybe before you were not honest towards your deeper self, and now you are able to do so, because this is the Jupiterian cards and it points to spirituality. It's like there's a form of enlightenment here that allows us to recognize certain mistakes that we have been making, or maybe we could not see them. This is what we are seeing here. And also we will have a certain modesty here also. Then we have the ship and the key. Sometimes also this points to notarial acts in abroad. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This could be notary things in abroad that we are doing here. There are opportunities given from us, official things that are written, we see here. If we travel, there will be very interesting discoveries that we are doing here. Maybe we go to places where we didn't go before, connected to morality, connected to spirituality, connected to religions here. This is what we are seeing here. If I see this on the business front, this points to very excellent returns on your investment. This is what we are seeing here. But you will be very open to travel, to business, to discoveries, to opportunities. If you need to learn or relearn something, this is also a possibility. It's possible that we need to adjust certain educations that we had before, and we need to catch up with it. This is what we are seeing here. But we get access here. This is the key to the port, the gate to the port. We are able to travel. This is what we are seeing here. Notary contracts, as I said here, it's all possible here, maybe related to the business, certain contracts that we are making. This is what we are seeing here. If we were in a difficult relationship before, also it's like we are feeling we need to give our ex-partner the permission to leave. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. For some reason, this is here. It's like we need to give this partner the permission to leave. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. With this new partner, there will be a lot of brainstorming going on here. With this, we will do things in a total different way than before. We will not go back to the old ways. If we are flexible enough, this is what we are seeing here. And also we will permit or give ourselves permission to make certain experience, to try something, to do something new that we didn't do before. Something is unlocked in our mind, and we are able to do this. This is what we are seeing here. Then we're going to see if we can add something with the cross, but these will just be details. So this points to the partner that is about to come. A lover is about to come, reconnecting with relatives. This is what we are seeing here for a trip or for business or both. In the future, there's a possible serious relationship, for some people, even a possible marriage here. This is what we are seeing here. Something is coming back. We already said that here. It's possible that you or the other partner has been married before. This is also possible. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there are very good connection. We saw this here. This person is also, it could be quite predictable. There's a kind of stability in this relationship. Maybe if you're looking for a predictable relationship here, this is very good for that here. But it doesn't mean that you will not approach the relationship in a different way. This is what we are seeing here, but there could be something familiar about it here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. As I said, there is a possibility here from somebody who was before in our life, or the relationship feels very familiar. This is what we are seeing here. This is about pieces. It's possible that all these changes started around the period of your birthday. This is what we are seeing here. I know it's already past now, and it's in most pieces are around March. And here we see that these changes started during that period. So this process is already going on for a while. This is what we are seeing here. But now you see the results of it. This is what we are seeing here. But this person, the ring is sticking to. This person wants to stick to you, or you want to stick to them. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Commitment is the key here. If you don't want to commit, it will be difficult, but there will be needed a form of commitment. If you are unwilling to commit, it will not work. This is what we are seeing here. You will need to take certain risks or sometimes this is steps. This is how it is in relationships or in love, whatever is working out for you here with this combination. Then we have the ring and the key. See if I can add something here. The relationship worked out as we desire in the future. There is a very passionate relationship here. This is what we are seeing here, but not necessarily romantic. But it will be very solid, the relationship, but not necessarily Cupid flying around, but there will be a lot of smart understanding here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, if we make business contracts, we will not invest our emotions in it. We will take distance of it. This is what we are seeing here with this. But this is like it's meant to be. It's the contracts that are coming to you, changes are coming to you. It's the right time. This is what we are seeing here with this relationship. Also, as I said here, on the sexuality, we could see this in a whole new perspective. If we had very traditional sexual relations before, there could be another form of relationship here that comes in, whatever that means for you. There's something here that changes. This is what we are seeing here with this relationship. Anyway, it brings a lot of security here. You will be able to rely on this relationship 100%. You will feel that from the beginning here. There will be important promises that you make towards each other. This is what we are seeing here. One of both will be more attached to the other than the other. Maybe one has still a process, but there will be immediately a connection here with this combination. Anyway, there could be several meetings before you go into, as I said earlier, this is a slow relationship here. Anyway, we should, if we feel it, even if we are not yet ready for everything, we should take the first steps. Here we are urged to take the first step. It's best to take action than to stay passive. Because if you don't take action, nothing can happen. So it must happen now. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that this is a chance that is happening for you. And for some chances, we are never ready. But here we are urged here to say yes. Because it's possible that this window of opportunity is not coming back. So think wisely if you're about to say no. This is what we are seeing here. Also on the business front, same. Certain opportunities here could be very important that we say yes now. It doesn't mean we need to lose our head, but it could be very important that we start it. There will be insights here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We will literally cross a metaphorical bridge. There's a bridge here, and if you don't cross the bridge in real, you will cross them in your mind. This is what we are seeing here. There could be also some jewelry involved in the relationship. Maybe we receive something, maybe we give something. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, one of both partners will very much have wished for this relationship. There's a kind of a synchronicity here. Some of you will call it coincidence, but it's like it's destined to be here. This is what we are seeing here, and contracts will be honored here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we could experience some purification. It's like our body here needs to detox here. It's possible also we balance our body more out. This is what we are seeing here, and this might be a good connection, good thing to do here with the key if we want to make certain things here for balancing our body out, whatever that may mean to you. Maybe there's a different way of eating food. Maybe you start moving more, working out more. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, probably one of the both is here is very willing to say yes. This is what we are seeing here. We build literally bridges here. This is what we are seeing here. I just see if I can add something in the other cross. So this is also very, very good here for relationships here, positive for doing business together here. This is a lasting relationship for a very long time. The lily is slow, and Venus this is Venus. Venus wants to commit, and this card commit, and this is a card on the long run. So this is what also here the communication is very important in the relationship. There's devotion towards each other here. We also, even though there could be a different way that we approach sexuality with this partner, this lasts. This is last. This is what we are seeing here. But it could be that in some areas the relationship has a different angle. This is what we are seeing here. But there is a lot of harmony here, lasting. We can rely on it. There's an old bond. Something is returning. Something is familiar. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But as I said, artisticity, creativity will be a very big pillar here in the relationship. We will need to be artistic. We need to be creative. If we are not, it might go in a different way. So we need to exploit our creativity. It's very important here. Also, we need to rely on our senses, on our feeling. And if we do all these things here, there will be mutual delights. There will be shared passions. This person will have the same passions here as us here. Also, certain morals we will understand. We will, if we cross certain bridges, we will understand. We will be able to communicate about it. This is what we are seeing, whatever that may be here on the spiritual, on the sexual, on the business front here, and we will be in very good communication here with each other. There are shared moral values here. This is what we are seeing here. There's a very strong bond here. Then we have the ring and the birds. We will also communicate a lot with each other about these contracts. This is what we are seeing here. We will discuss them in a balanced way. We see this here again. There could be, about the business, there could be some stress. So we will need to be balanced here. There could be some stress about business contracts that we are undergoing, maybe because this is new for us, this whole thing. It could create some stress. This is what we are seeing here. But there's we have the abilities here to be diplomatic, to be calm. We just need to implement out. We are, with the ring here, we are able to smooth out these differences because we have the lily here smoothing out because we are experienced. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. But there could be nervousness about the commitment itself, maybe because immediately you feel the relationship and you think to yourself, is this really for me? Well, it might be, but in the beginning you could be a little bit fickle about it, or the partner could be a little bit fickle about it, but actually this is a very good thing to do here with this combination. But if we don't take action, as I said earlier, nothing can happen. So Pisces, this is all for you. This is a good reading. In the beginning, it will be a little bit saying goodbye of certain things in our life, maybe certain partners, but in the future, this is very good for business commitments. This is what for relationship, it's a very positive reading that we are seeing here. It's like we're coming out of a difficult period ourselves, but maybe also the ex-partner comes out of a difficult period. So we have been undergoing these challenges, but in the future, with the future's partner, it's very good. So Pisces, this is all for this month. I hope you get a lot of wiser. There's a lot of good things to come here for you in the months. So Pisces, this is all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and see you next time. Bye-bye for now.